Today we're tracing the origins of the zombie from West African spiritual traditions to Haitian voodoo, early literature, and the rise of Hollywood. We'll explore its evolution as a metaphor for slavery, disease, and consumerism, highlighting key milestones and cultural influences. Expect some personal lore time today, too, and of course, our very educated opinions on everything,
For which we're well known.
for which we're well known. Yeah, we're titling this episode Dawn of the Dumb.
Yes, as of now, and probably as of forever.
As of
Because,
forever.
it's us. We said it in the video, so it's canon.
Nice segue. Whoops, wrong one again. I've got to figure out a way to get those videos sorted out a little better. Oh. Since I'm sure we cut it, yeah, that was the second time I hit the wrong button for the wrong video.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
How are you doing, Boo Boo?
I'm doing pretty good. Not a zombie. Not a zombie.
Not a
Well,
zombie. Another day, not a.
I feel like a zombie, maybe a little bit today.
So do I. If anyone listened to our live stream on Tuesday, you'll know that I was sick and still am struggling through a sinus slash ear infection, but on a lot of meds right now.
Right?
One of them
Dustin's
more
over here.
natural than others.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
If you know, you know.
yeah. We did the history of it recently, so
Life's a sesh.
and here's what I'm drinking today. Those viewing, that's it's a little fuzzy. Strawberry and cream, Dr Pepper, zero sugar.
And my video is mirrored, but C4 because I'm an addict.
C4. What flavor?
What flavor is it? It is
Kerosene.
Berry Power Bomb. Yeah.
Berry Power Bomb. All right.
Yeah. I'll have the power.
Feel the power bomb.
Yes.
Oh,
So, zombies.
ears itching. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about zombies today. We've been playing a zombie-related game recently, which I was gonna say that might have been part of the influence, but I don't think it was. I think I came up with doing this topic before I started playing DayZ with you guys. I know for
Yeah,
sure
maybe
before I
after.
started that, but I can't remember if it was before you guys started playing before I did. Meow.
Zomboid and Walking
Oh
Dead.
yeah, we did a lot of Zomboid. We got into The Walking Dead for a while. I think it did come from when I was on my Walking Dead kick.
Love that show.
Yeah, I need to get back into it. Carl,
Carl. Come on, Carl.
we could do this podcast together.
You shot your mom, Carl. Why would you
Shut,
do that?
shut your mom, Carl. I wanted to shoot your mom. We could have shot her together.
Right, I killed her lover. Now I'm like, why? I like that dude.
Come to think of it, I liked him a lot more than I liked her, really.
Yeah.
Dude was a true bro, Carl. A true bro.
Right. A bro like that only comes once in a lifetime, Carl.
Oh, this could be an hour-long episode of us just doing really bad Rick Grimes impressions.
Yeah, they're horrible. But so is he. So
But so he's a terrible person, terrible character.
yeah,
Don't know
Rick
about
Grimes
the
sucks.
the actor. Yeah, him and Carl both. Didn't like Carl either.
Yeah,
Obnoxious
I like
kid.
Carl when he stopped being a baby.
He was a baby the whole time I watched. I didn't finish it, to be fair, but
Yeah, I like the episode where spoiler alert. I mean, this show is like fucking 14 years
Yeah.
old at this point, so
yeah.
it's kind of your fault if you haven't watched or consumed it by now. But when he
Yeah, at
died,
this point.
I was like, you know what, the letter thing, that's pretty cool. I like that.
I will say this. Speaking of spoilers, I'm glad you brought that up. We will be talking about some zombie movies today. That may be a spoiler for some people, but one of the movies is about 80 years old, so it's on you at this point.
It's all on you as far as I'm concerned. If we're watching it, talking about it, there's no excuse why you couldn't have watched it either.
Right. We are both very uncultured when it comes to There's movies and especially movies. Me, TV shows
And
as well, but you
I'd
know,
also like to add poor. Not only are we not intelligent, but we're also poor.
yeah. Nobody is. We're not having people sign up to our Patreon in droves, so we're poor. Which that might be the only pitch I do for that today. So there you go. Enjoy it. But before we get into the movies and The Walking Dead and all that kind of stuff, get down, woo. Sorry, cat.
Justin's got a horny cat that won't
Yeah,
stop humping his leg.
no, but we need to get her fixed. We really do. She's obnoxious. But yeah. So before we get into the Hollywoodification of zombies, we're going to talk about the origins of zombies because I don't feel like they get enough credit for their origin story.
No, they definitely don't hit the same as the brain eaters that
No,
the
no, they
Western
don't.
world loves.
Possibly more scary just because it was probably more realistic, truthfully.
Yeah,
And especially in the cultures that they became prevalent in or really originated in, it was a very real threat. They really truly believed in those, the spiritual things that
yeah.
came along with it. So we're going back before the 1500s. There's African origins, West Africa specifically. Sorry, I'm petting the kitty while I'm talking because she needs attention.
She needs to be soothed and quelled.
Right, yeah. And I'm not doing anything inappropriate. I'm just petting her head. So get that out of your head right
Just-
now.
He's
No,
Never mind, I
I
won't
don't
say
think we
it.
can say
I won't
that.
say it.
I don't think we
No,
can
I
say
won't
what
say
you're
it.
going to go. I know
I'm glad
you.
you knew what I was gonna say.
I know you, and it's going to be
Yeah.
disgusting. It'll probably get us kicked off of every platform we're on. Oh,
Oh shit.
so yeah, rooted in West African spiritual traditions, particularly amongst the Congo, Fon, and Yoruba peoples. Terms like Nzambi, I'm not sure I'm saying that right. It's spelled with an N, Nzambi. It was a word referring to the spirits of the dead, and Bazango, which referenced beings capable of controlling or animating corpses.
Whoa.
Yeah, so zombies were not undead flesh eaters; they were enslaved spirits controlled by sorcerers, reflecting, I guess, it was a boogeyman of the traditions they had in their society. I guess is for lack of a better word. Or lack of better phrasing. It's not the best phrasing. I wrote that weird. I was probably high.
Whoops.
Oops. But
Well, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
So they're like enslaved dead.
The
than, like,
spirits of
reanimated.
enslaved people. Yeah. Basically, it was the spirits controlled by sorcerers. Those traditions emphasized ancestral spirits, magics, and social control, like those particular things concerning the undead, the zombies. That was all about the spirits of the ancestors, the magic, and like I said, social control, the controlling of somebody, which laid the groundwork for later Caribbean interpretations, which we'll get to with the Haitian voodoo.
Ooh, okay. Like
This-
the chips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the voodoo chips. These are pretty not good. Just
Yeah, they're more fun to look at than eat.
they got a really cool bag design. That might just be a local thing. Is that a local thing?
Yeah, if you guys know what voodoo chips are,
Yeah, drop
let
a
us know.
comment. It's been a while since I've tried them. I was not impressed with the flavor, but it had a nice heat to it anyway.
yeah, it lingered, but not didn't overstay its welcome. I would
Not
appreciate
as
that.
not as good as the Mothman chips, I will say.
No, those were crazy good.
Yeah, go out of your way and find some Mothman chips. I'm gonna try to find more of them.
He makes a mean barbecue, I'll tell you.
Oh, he does, and all he wants is a smack on the ass for it.
1/4 betwixt the butt cheeks, please.
Betwixt. So, from the 1500s on to about the 1800s, during the Atlantic slave trade, Africans were brought to Haiti, which was then known as Saint Dominique, where their spiritual traditions merged with Catholicism and other local beliefs. and that's where a different type of concept emerged. Zombie spelled Zombi this time. It's basically a person who was stripped of free will and controlled by a sorcerer, often through the use of powders and potions.
Oh,
So that's our first big evolution on the zombies. I can't. I know I wrote this down somewhere. It's probably going to pop up later. But yeah, they really did use some powders and stuff, potions, to make people basically brain dead zombies.
Jesus. What
Yeah.
was that?
I'm trying to remember what kind of. I have to Google this. Do 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 do. That was a long thing to. Oh, there it is. Okay. Pufferfish poison was combined with Datura stranuium, which is now known as, well, more commonly known as the zombie cucumber. They basically were two different types of toxins, and the pufferfish toxin is a neurotoxin which could paralyze you and immobilize someone and make them appear dead.
Oh my god.
The zombie cucumber, that Datura stramonium, induces a state of confusion and suggestibility, making someone like that more easy to control and to use for labor.
No
So,
way. They're
yeah,
stabbing them with pufferfish and then fucking giving them ancient fucking
yeah,
roofies.
basically that's the way I understand it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, obviously not like everybody knew how this worked, and so it just appeared to be a supernatural. That's wild.
Right, right.
Controlling of
That's pretty
somebody's
crazy.
body. That's wild. That's insane. Like in all the craziest ways. That's wild.
Early GHBs.
Yeah, I mean to some degree, I guess.
Yeah. The
Hey,
confusion and suggestibility is what makes me think of like the modern day
yeah,
roofalin or whatever the hell
where
roofies are
basically
actually
someone's
called.
completely under your control,
Yeah. Scary.
and
Scary thought.
I'd much rather be used for labor than for what the other drugs are used for.
Right. Make me build a fucking pyramid or a hut or something. Please just don't take advantage of me, please. I mean take it
Please don't
please.
take advantage of the free labor. Just don't do
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
to me.
Have me construct a little home or something, and I wake up and I don't really remember building that, but I could be proud of it.
Yeah, I could be proud of it. Like, wow, that's damn fine craftsmanship.
Right. I did that?
I didn't know I knew that.
Wow. Did you tell me? No, I did it on my own. Wow.
Wow, wow. Okay.
Okay. I
Didn't
got
even
to
need a
unlock that
book.
part of my brain.
Oh, no, you read a book for 6 hours. Wow,
You said
what? Wait, really?
you said a puffer fish? I see
A
those fucking
pufferfish
things
built
all the
this.
time. You mean to tell me a puffer fish built this son of a bitchin' house?
You mean to tell me a puffer fished this house?
A fish puffed right on this house.
Oh, puffer fish. I hardly know her. Oh, so anyway, yeah,
So
Haitian.
roofie
Go
zombies.
ahead. Yeah, roofie zombies. Oh, you're just directing me back where I'm at. Sorry. Like I said, some of that medication's got me a little high.
He's a zombie today. He
I
took
am. I
some.
feel like a zombie today.
He ate the fucking zombie cucumber and the puffer fish.
Something weird in that sushi. What kind of fish was that? So, Haitian literature or Haitian literature recorded stories of zombies as instruments of social and political control. Enslaved individuals literally brought back to obedience after death. This was the whole method, or not method, how it was presented, I guess.
Right.
An enthographer, I don't know what that means, Wade Davis, investigated the pharmaceutical methods allegedly used to induce the zombie-like states via tetrodotoxin for the pufferfish. And he was basically the one who was able to say, "Oh, look, it's not magic; it's this. There's biochemical basis for all this." So, oddly enough, his findings actually brought zombies into the Western cryptozoology, or not cryptozoology, but the horror genre. This was
Right, right.
introduced basically by his findings. And the zombie was introduced to the West through Caribbean travel literature and newspapers and sensational accounts because of stuff that he had found. Let's see. There was also a book in 1929 called The Magic Island, which was the first fictional type of thing about Haitian zombies. And it basically scared the shit out of all those 1929 people. Because he described a ritualistic zombification process and made it seem like, I mean, obviously it's already that's pretty terrifying, but he made it seem like it was this big satanic-ish ritual to really
Right.
make people clutch their pearls from, what I could find. Very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, can't think of the word. I just had it. Sensationalized, that's the word. For some reason I thought it started with a
Yeah,
P.
okay. Okay.
Sensationalized it, as if it needed it, really. I mean, it's already pretty freaky.
Yeah, then like, they didn't have internet, so of course you're gonna like, oh well, this guy probably went there. I mean, you don't just think of this shit,
Yeah.
and they're not wrong. But I think people still today will hear something from a culture they don't understand and kind of just run with the most ridiculous, fantastical, possible answer instead of be like, maybe they just stabbed him with a pufferfish.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah. No, we got to make
my
it
uncle
seem much
stepped
more
on a
interesting.
pufferfish
My
one
uncle
time.
was a puffer fish. I guess basically the gist of all that. I mean, that's good points. But before Hollywood, zombies were less about brain eating and more about breaking labor laws, I guess. So
Right.
that's where we started, which kind of comes back to it again. Like, I know I just put it in a silly way, but the whole fascination with zombies and all that stuff, there is some rooted primalism in it for us as humans, being forced to work,
Yeah.
consumerism, capitalism. Like, it's a basically that's, even if you want to look hard enough, you can even find the what zombies are kind of supposed to represent. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm rambling. Sleeplessness.
No, I think it raises an interesting point of like, as a person, we have choices to do whatever we want in a sense, and then you got the responsibility of having things to take care of.
Yeah,
So,
and
I think
essentially your free will is taken from you in those times.
right, there's probably a plethora of people that could relate to that folklore, whatever the hell you'd want to call it. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm having a
uh,
hard time finding the right ways to describe it too. I get it.
yeah, too Western, too
Yeah.
Western.
Oh, wrong
Yeehaw
Western.
and whatnot.
Yeehaw! No, I tell you what. So, with that Magic Island book, that's where zombies kind of enter the fiction realm for the first time. And throughout the up to the 60s, they retained their Caribbean origins, like in all these fictional stories. Even even H.P. Lovecraft referenced Haitian style zombies in some of his works. Can't remember.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever read any. Like, I can't think of one specifically, but I don't know, knowing him, how racist they were. But we can look into that sometime. I do like some of his works, but some of it is very outdated.
oh yeah, but I feel like that's a case where you got to separate the art from the artist, because like for the time
it's
he's
it's yeah. I was going to say
he's
the
bad
time.
today. We'll just go ahead and get that out of the way.
Yeah,
By today's standards, don't name your
it's
dog that.
it's unfair to judge some people, because there are some things that just are timeless, but there's some things you can't judge. People from the past while applying
Yeah,
today's logic and morals on it. It just doesn't work. Everyone in history is a terrible person if you do that.
right.
I mean, not everybody, obviously, but some things remain the same, like I say. But yeah, there's some cultural things that have aged like milk. So but that's just how. I mean, there's gonna be things that we do today still that is gonna be looked up on in the future. Is like, wow, they were so primitive,
Right, right. They were
how
so
vulgar.
racist.
But
Yeah, right.
today it's a proper way of saying it. Not that
Sure.
what he named his cat was appropriate in any era, but
How is this cat? Yeah, you're right. But like, I'm also sitting here thinking about it, and it's like to be the type of author he was, and to write about the shit he did, like he had to himself be somewhat ostracized from society, right? So like
yeah,
he's probably somewhat insular and not a minority, of course, but like
no,
it's not like this is a well-off dude because he didn't even have very much money,
no.
right? He
He
didn't make much
died
money,
pretty.
right?
I think his only real money he ever made in life was an inheritance,
Ah, okay.
and he never really made any work or any money off of his work. It was his. After he passed is when he became more prolific. But we should do a H.P. Lovecraft episode one day
Yeah,
because
he's got
he did
some
influence a lot of
crazy.
things, and we could definitely get way into all this.
I'd also
Just
say
to,
that pretty much the pioneer of like cosmic horror.
he invented the cosmic horror. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll say we'll just leave H.P. Lovecraft with this. We are not endorsing any racist things he said. Just to be clear, if you didn't get it.
No, racism is bad. Okay, but you also need to keep in mind that when you look at anything through the scope of the modern lens, it's gonna look
Yeah,
really
yeah.
bad. But like he knew,
The,
I'm sure there's a part of him that knew, like, hey, this is in
yeah,
bad
don't be
taste.
saying that.
He was at least aware, like, hey, this is probably not in good taste that I'm naming my
He
cat
could have
this
just been the
horrible word.
I mean, he might have been like today's equivalent of an edge lord.
Yeah, yeah, he might
Like
have
if he
just
were hanging out in
H.P.
the
Lovecraft
CO,
was just a neckbeard.
yeah, if he was hanging out in the Call of Duty chats today, it would be bad.
Yeah,
And he'd definitely be writing Gooner shit. He wouldn't be writing any cosmic horrors.
nah, he'd be a Rule 34 artist.
Oh yeah, yeah, he would. Anyway, early zombies were early literary zombies were mindless but controllable. They weren't independent monsters. They were just they could be controlled by the mastermind, whoever's made them into these things. And by the 1950s, in the style of writing, the zombie it began to shift from being a colonial allegory, like that's where they kind of originated, was this horrors of the outside, whatever. It's hard to explain when you're high like this. But they moved from that to the existential threat, which is they're a threat to our existence now. That's the zombie style that we're going with, if that makes sense.
Right, we're gonna eat him,
Yeah,
kill him.
and the one who mostly moved them in this direction is a name you'll probably recognize. You probably know where I'm going with this guy, don't you?
Oh yeah, Mr. George Romero.
George A. Romero. That's right.
George
Night of the
A.
Living
Romero.
Dead was 1968, and it redefined zombies. They became independent monsters, cannibalistic, relentless, and they represented apocalyptic collapse rather than slavery. Romero, he blended fears of nuclear war, civil unrest, and social breakdown into his narrative. That's what the whole movie was about. If you just thought it was zombies, you missed the point. I mean,
Right, the zombies are kind of just obstacles after a certain point. They're scary, like they're coming to get you, Baba.
they're coming to get
That
you, Barbara.
freaky when you first introduce, but as soon as the outside person is introduced, that's when the drama starts. That's what
Yeah,
the real issue is in any of these zombie films is the people that the characters have to interact with.
and I don't remember if it was that way with. It's definitely correct for a lot of the other movies that we're going to talk about. Was that the case? It's been a long time since I've seen.
Well, I haven't watched the black and white one in a long time, but I
Yeah, that's
watched
what
the
I'm saying.
remake recently.
Okay.
And so like yeah, because the fucking the lady gets into the house, meets the black dude. I can't think of his name, and
Oh, I can't either.
then there's those other people down in the basement. And at that moment, when 'cause the white lady's kind of just like, yes, good, another person that's not a monster, and that's cool. But as soon as two opposing ideologies enter the same house, how to deal with the zombies, that's when the like, you know what I mean? Like that's
Oh
when
yeah,
the
yeah, you're
drama
right.
starts. Of course, the zombies themselves are dramas, but I think that's more like
Like you said,
just
the
kind of
obstacle.
obstacles. Yeah, they got to deal with that. We can agree with we have to. We can't let them eat us. Right?
Yeah.
We got to stay alive. we could agree on that much. But like how we go about that, I've noticed and talked about that seems to be the snag. People thinking they no, my idea is right. No, 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 I'm
No,
right.
we can all do it together.
And when we're dead, the blood will be on your hands.
Our personal lore time today, we're going to do right now. You want to guess who it's on?
I'm gonna guess total shot in the dark here, but George A. Romero.
You're right and you're wrong, and this is why I asked you. I knew you'd get it wrong because it's a trick question. We're actually going to do the Night of the Living Dead, the first movie. We're going to talk about that as our personal lore today. So we're actually doing a personal lore on a movie.
That's not a good trick. It's personal lore time. Yeah, you still ain't fixed the video, and you tricked me by. You don't trick me, you just mislead.
Hold on. I feel a segment coming on.
It's Boo Boo's bullshit.
Yeah, I miss that beard. I miss having that beard.
Not to say that if you did go on a rant here that it wouldn't be wrong. Everything you're saying is right. Yeah, it's not really a trick.
Yeah, the bullshit part is just more an all-encompassing term for when I'm about to not shut up for a couple minutes straight.
Well, I felt like if I was already ragging on you, I should just go ahead and just play that.
Right.
Oh, but
Once again, thank you, Balls Cockner, for always stepping in and playing the guitar so well.
old Balls Cockner is nicknamed
I'd like to see a
Sack.
little more fart action. I'd like to see a little more fart action.
Yeah, there needs to be some fart action in there. Old Balls Sack Cockner.
Yeah, it's Zach, but spelled with an S.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
First
Russian.
name Ball.
You gotta
middle
pronounce
name
it Zach.
Zach, and then Cockner.
Balls ball. Sorry, I can't even. I'm not even gonna try. All right.
Balls
Balls
Zach.
Sack Cockner. Balls Zach
Balls
Cockner.
Zach Cockner.
Oh,
It works.
man.
It works.
I love it.
He looks like that could maybe be his name. I don't know.
It's so dumb. I love it. Oh,
So the movie is the personal lore time. I
Yeah,
don't agree with it,
because-
but I accept it.
the reason I chose it is because yes, George A. Romero has a great story, great fun time to talk about. But when I was researching the Night of the Living Dead, and I was actually re-researching it last night, and because originally it was going to be George A. Romero, and then last night I changed it because I read through this and I'm like, holy shit, so much happened with this movie. Like, it's
Right.
it's
So
crazy.
the guy who made the fucking movie doesn't get the personal lore, but his creation gets the personal lore.
Yeah, which is pretty much the story of his life, the way I understand it. But
Oh,
Not
okay.
really.
Okay, so
Not really.
oh, god damn it.
so the one thing that stuck out that I completely forgot about, the creatures in the first movie are never referred to as zombies.
No, they're not, are they?
I don't believe the word zombie even appears once in the first Night of the Living Dead. What they are referred to in the movie is ghouls.
Ghouls.
Yes, they're always referred to as ghouls. It wasn't until the second movie, I believe, was
that night or was it day?
I think it's. I
There's
think
the
you're
one-
right. I think it's day.
There's the one where they're in the shopping mall, and then the next
Yes.
one they're like underground.
Dawn of the Dead was the next one.
Dawn of the Dead.
That was. Yeah, we'll get there, Bo. But yeah, I think it was. Actually, I think it was called Night of the Living Dead 2, which was not
Electric
part of
Boogaloo.
his, which was not part of Romero's trilogy. But I think that's when it began to be called Zombies, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been Dawn of the Dead, but either way, he never called them zombies in the movie, which is pretty crazy.
I
that
wonder
we-
if they referenced
whole genre.
the fucking the African Haitian voodoo shit. Did they reference that in any of the movies?
I don't think they did. Actually, if I remember right, in the first movie, it's not even said how it happens.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just like, what the hell's going? The whole movie feels like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, trying to see.
And then they shoot the dude
I
at the end. It sucks.
yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there were radio and television reports in the movie, and that's where they learned that cannibalistic corpses are committing mass murder across the east coast of the United States, and
Oh
that
no, we're on the East Coast.
posses of armed men are patrolling the countryside, exterminating the living dead. And yeah, they it said that where is it? I just saw it. Oh, scientists theorize that radiation from an exploding space probe returning from Venus caused the reanimations, which is a really stupid cop out.
That's crazy. What
Yeah.
a weird. So Venus is to blame.
Yeah, it's like such a convoluted thing. Like now maybe it's lazy booking on our hands now, where we call oh well they've got they're zombies, so they're infected.
Right. There's some kind of virus,
There's
or
there's a virus.
it's some kind of rabies that just like fucking went crazy.
Yeah, or it's already inside of all of us, Carl.
No, Carl, you're infected. If you
Oh
die,
fuck!
you're gonna turn into a zombie, Carl.
Just like your mom, Carl.
Carl, you already lost an eyeball. Don't die.
Don't die, ball.
How could you cover up your bite?
Carl.
Well, if you guys aren't watching, you are missing out on some wicked 90-degree angles here.
I'm not even looking at the video.
Carl.
So another interesting thing about the movie, Night of the Living Dead. God damn it! It was mistakenly released into the public domain.
Oh,
Yeah, because the original distributor of the movie forgot to replace the copyright notice when changing the film's name. Ooh. So originally it was going to be called Night of the Flesh Eaters.
okay.
But when when they changed it, they forgot to copyright it. So
Sounds like a happy accident, like
yeah, it's a much better title.
Night of the Living Dead sounds so much cooler as Night of the Flesh Eaters. I guess
Yeah.
if you're used to hearing one, it probably would have sounded pretty good.
I don't know. I was hearing Night of the Flesh Eaters. I'm going to think, oh, what's that mean? Is it animals from eating people or whatever? It's not going to conjure up cannibalism. But Night of the Living
peel
Dead.
The skin off of fruit.
He likes the watermelon flesh. She likes the melon flesh.
Dude's been sitting there just fucking peeling an apple with his teeth, and it's really disturbing.
It's just George A. Romero sitting in a chair eating different types of fruit.
He's doing like the Squidward bite.
Oh yeah, the very gummy, toothy bite, like Alien.
Makes me either think of Alien or like a donkey.
Oh, like a donkey. Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
But the way the copyright laws worked at the time, basically, it required you had to have the copyright notice to maintain the copyright. So therefore, it became there was no copyright protection. So there was this long legal battle, but basically, in the end of it, I believe it's always been public domain because of that incident. There's over 200 distinct versions of the film that have been released on tapes alone. So, yeah.
They're all called something a little bit different. Evening of the Dead Guys.
Basically anyone can make a sequel to The Night of the Living Dead, and it's not illegal.
My God. It's your constitutional rights.
It's your right as an American, a British. A British.
We'll even take the Europes.
They'll take all the Europes and the Italians.
I'm not. any Mediterranean free domain. Use it.
Anybody from Texas here? You could fucking make one too.
Looks an awful lot like the first movie.
This sequel looks an awful lot like Walker, Texas Ranger. What the hell?
Oh fuck, that's
Just
crazy.
make our own Walker Texas Ranger parody, but or actual like serious show, but call it Night of the Living Dead.
Right? That's a cool night. They were walking, and now they're dead.
But
Wasn't he
no
like a
one.
border? Was he a border patrol? Ooh, no, he was a Texas Ranger. Never
It
mind.
was. I mean, it's in the title.
Yeah, it is, that's
I honestly
sorry.
was gonna think about it until I realized, oh fuck, yeah, you stopped it because you realized he was a Texas Ranger. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I hate my brain does that shit. I'm like a fucking Windows 98 computer sometimes.
Yeah, and my brain immediately goes into like Windows 98 mode to think about what you just said and to search, thinking, oh, he's probably right. Err. So we'll step out of the personal lore time here because there's some other cool stuff about it. It's just so much we could be talking about this movie forever. I mean, it's the first real what we know now as zombies. That's the first zombie movie. It was the most profitable horror movie ever, as far as like percentage of what it took back.
Did it come after like the Creature of the Black Lagoon era of like
I
movies?
think so. Yeah, the creature from the Black Lagoon, I think, was
What?
50s.
Yeah.
Ba, da, 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 da. Yeah, it was 1954, so it came after that.
Okay.
Their budget was between 114,000 or 125,000 between there. They actually made over 30 million on it.
Oh.
So
Ooh.
yeah. Excuse me, I burped again. It's this damn Dr. Pepper.
Strawberries and cream.
There was an official remake in 1990
Yeah.
called Night of the Living Dead. It was actually directed by Tom Savini, who did all the special effects for pretty much every George Romero movie. I like some of his effects. They're also pretty cheesy in some instances, but yeah, he made a remake, and it had a budget of $4.2 million, and it only made 5.8. So, you know,
Yeah. We're
George
like,
did it
wow,
better.
we've seen this before.
Yeah, like this looks really familiar. I hope they copyrighted it.
And speaking of his special effects, man, there's a really nice touch, and I think it's Day, maybe the one where they're underground.
That's
There's this
Day,
scene,
or is it Land? No, I think it's Day of the Dead.
whichever one. It's like
Whichever.
older. It's before they did a horrible fucking remake.
Are you talking like 1985, like 1980s?
Yeah, it
It
was
was
before
probably
the remake of
Day
the
of the
first
Dead.
one, I think.
Okay, so it's
Um,
probably Day of the Dead then.
well, there's a scene where a dude is, of course, getting eaten by zombies, and
As one
they
does.
rip
As one does.
right, they rip his throat, and like as they're pulling the nasty out, like it
Oh
like
yeah,
shreds his vocal cords, and it was a nice touch because the dude's
remember that?
voice gets higher pitched as they're like tearing his throat out.
Yeah. That was a
And
pretty wicked shot,
yeah,
and
it's
a nice
gross as
detail.
fuck.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
Nice detail.
yeah, yeah. It's really cool and thoughtful. I thought,
Very thoughtful of them.
yeah, maybe that wasn't the right word,
How sweet.
right? Oh, you are so kind.
But in '78, after the first Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead came out, which was the mall setting.
Shaun of the Dead.
It was kind of a consumeristic critique, in its very subtle ways, from what I
Yeah,
remember. This is what I've seen other people. And this, of course, there's used to be people trying to find meaning and substance into things that there aren't art. But
right.
I can see from what I've read about George A. Romero, he was very socially active, I guess is a way to put it.
Okay, so
So
his views kind of bled into his art.
yeah, and I think that's how it was for him. I think it was intentional that he, even if it wasn't blatant, there was like you could look at it like this if you wanted to, because it
Right.
didn't take away from the story, of course. Dawn of the Dead was a great zombie movie, in my opinion. I loved the remake. I know a lot of people hate on it. I thought the remake was fantastic.
Are
Hate
they
me
in
in
the
the
mall again?
comments. Yeah, the remake of Dawn of the Dead is in the mall.
Okay.
That was my favorite, probably favorite zombie movie, honestly. And of course, we followed that up with Day of the Dead, where zombies are more of a reflection of human cruelty and survivalism. So it wasn't like as politically based as the other two were. But yeah, because of these three movies, it was kind of the holy trinity of zombie movies. I mean, there were other obviously cheap knockoffs trying to come in after that craze of his movies, but
Yeah.
he kind of set the tropes that we're going to start seeing in more Western zombie movies. The slow shuffling hordes, the infectious bites, the apocalyptic symbolism, all that spawned from the of the Dead series,
Yeah.
the blank
And
of
I
the
think
Dead.
I think also the zombies kind of gave rise to how disturbed people are at the thought of like people eating one another. Because like there's zombies, and then there's
Yeah,
also I think there's also a rise in like cannibal
yeah,
antagonists in films, like the cannibalistic tribes, that sort of deal. I can't remember what the
yeah.
movie's called, but there was a movie. It was one of the first like mockumentary style.
Cannibal Holocaust.
I think so. I think so. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Like from the way they filmed it, they did like it's not mockumentary. My bad. It's one of those like lost footage
Found
type of
footage. Yeah,
deals. Yeah, found footage type of movies.
where
And
they actually had to go to court to prove that they didn't kill the actors in the movie.
right, and like it freaked people the fuck out, And I guess now they're
Yeah.
like bulldoze the whole fucking Amazon. There's man eaters out there.
I want to see when that movie came out. I didn't even think about connecting those two.
Is it an '80s film? It's definitely well
It's
past the first
I want to say it's
Romero film.
70s.
'70s. Okay.
I want to say 70s. 1980.
1980.
I was so
Okay, so
close.
we're both right. We're both right. That's
Yeah,
it's
me
on
in the middle.
cusp
Me in the
of the
middle.
80s. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it really fed on the fear and disgust of cannibalism.
Right.
Yeah, it was a pretty controversial movie. It's got a
Right, to put
whole
it
thing
lightly.
here. They did kill actual animals in the movie. I don't know if you knew
Well,
that. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
feel like I've watched a few videos on. I've never actually seen the film,
Oh,
that
okay.
one. But I read, of course, I fucking stay on YouTube, so it's come up in the old suggested once and then again. Wow, I just fucked that up.
You said what now?
It
Sorry.
comes up in the old suggested now and again. So I mean,
Oh, okay.
like I'll get curious every once in a while and watch those types of videos.
I didn't even hear what you
Um,
said the first time.
there's a couple like dudes I follow or subscribe to on YouTube that like they break down different horror films and shit like that, or
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
gory
okay.
films and shit like that. And so that Cannibal Holocaust, definitely most of those dudes have talked about that movie, and specifically the part where they did, like you said, had to go to court. They'd be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
dude, come on, we're a little crazy. I mean, we made this movie, but like we're not like murderers. Unless
yeah.
you're an animal, then I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Yeah, so no evidence. They were never charged with anything, just for the record.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I'm looking into it right now. That oh yeah, the director was charged with obscenity, and yeah, they did release. I remember hearing that it went to court. I don't see anything on here about that, but it might have. But yeah, there were some scenes that were so realistic that there was no way it was faked. Like
Yeah,
the
like it freaked
impaling
the
scenes.
public out, right? It was one of those
Yeah,
movies that like people watched it, it caused a little bit of hysteria.
I had
But it was
watched it with some friends years ago. It was with my old band because we liked watching horror movies to get ideas from songs and shit. And
right.
sometimes we just wanted to see what the hype is. And this one was that. It was, oh, what's the hype about this?
What's
And it
all
was
the hubbub? Huh?
And it's kind of like watching The Exorcist, which is a lot of people
Oh,
say one of
okay.
the scariest movies of all time. But when you have the desensitization that we have nowadays, we've seen everything,
Yeah.
seen it all.
Right.
It was like, I mean, it wasn't even a good movie.
Right. We were on the internet before Congress started taking action.
Yeah, we're old anyway.
Well, I know what you mean though. When I finally watched The Exorcist after hearing all those years of hype, like, oh my god, dude, the
Good
subliminal
movie.
message.
Good
Yeah, it
movie.
is a good movie, and the subliminal pictures are real. I can remember pretty vividly. I can't remember the scene, of course, because I was like kind of freaked out when I first started watching it because I was a little pussy, back in my youth.
Right, right.
Um,
Same, same.
so yeah, so like watching horror movies is like huge. Like there's a 70-30 chance I'm gonna get fucking horrible night terrors after watching any fucking horror movie. Any horror movie, doesn't matter how cheesy it is. Monsters and supernatural shit just freak me the fuck out. Especially the more gory stuff. Like I've never been a fan of like the body horror because it just makes me
Yeah,
super
it's more gross than horror. I don't feel
yeah,
terrified that I'm watching. I'm like, that's just
yeah. Um,
unnecessary. Not doing anything for me.
right, right. So that horror definitely works for me. But like, I was probably like 14 when I watched The Exorcist finally, and got a little balls that summer. My nuts dropped. I got a little taller, got a little more
Oh,
confidence, I guess.
voice got deeper.
Yeah, something like that. And
Oh, I
um,
can't wait to watch this movie.
right, yeah, that chick's kind of scary hot. um, but yeah, and I can remember vividly, like there's like this weird devil face. It was what it reminded me of, some kind of devil face,
Oh, okay.
that would like flash periodically. I mean, it's super quick, but I see why they call it the subliminal part because like when I close my eyes
You could see
after
it
that, you see it for a little bit. Yeah, yeah, because
very
it's such
clearly.
a quick
Yeah.
flash, and it's something your brain does, I guess. Like I got to hold on to that because I only registered for a second. Uh, I don't know. That's just a
I
bunk theory, but
that movie I didn't watch until I was an adult because, as you know, and I think I mentioned it here, I grew up very sheltered. So, as a child, I couldn't even watch PG-13 movies when I was like 15.
yeah,
So
my
it wasn't
my
until I
mom
was
didn't let me
18 I
listen to
got to.
certain music, so I get that.
Yeah, yeah. Same with the music. But it wasn't until I was like 18 that I was able to start, kind of making my own choices. And I remember a cousin of mine was also in a similar situation. Well, he had more freedom than I did when it came to that kind of thing, but never really tried to watch horror movies,
Yeah,
and just never got into it. And so finally, we were like, "Oh man, it's like close to Halloween. Let's just have a horror movie night, right?" And
right.
the first horror movie I remember watching was Friday the 13th, the very first one.
Yeah.
I'm not that old. Keep in mind, this was in like, 2000s. I might have actually been 17 or 16 when we saw that because I can't remember the exact time frame. But anyway, of course, even though I grew up kind of sheltered, it wasn't that scary of a movie. But that's where I kind of my first jump scare, and jump scares get me every fucking time. I hate jump scares.
Those used to get me, man. They
I just come to expect it all the time now. Like if I'm
Right.
watching a horror movie, there's a jump scare in it somewhere. I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah,
Not gonna get
rarely do
me.
I get jump scared unless I'm just, you're not expecting it, but I think when you watch a horror movie, especially a modern horror movie, man, that's like
They heavily
90% of
rely
the
on it.
horror factor. Cool
Yeah,
things about like the first fucking Night of the Living Dead, dude. I mean, it's all about atmosphere in that movie.
it's
It's
psychological horror.
yeah, the environment freaks you out.
Yeah,
And you see the zombies on screen and you're already so panicked by the time the fucking zombies are there that it's just like up here. Because
yeah. They've
now,
already
like,
established the stress levels,
right,
and there's an impending threat. You just don't know when.
right,
That's
right.
that's good horror. I mean, yeah, it's tame by today's standards as far as like psychological horrors go, but it
Yeah,
still holds up better than like a jump scare. If you jump scare me, you didn't scare me. You just made me jump. You caught me off guard.
right. That's just cheap. Like,
Yeah.
Like asking someone like, "Do you know what today's personal lore is?" and then naming a movie instead of a
Yeah,
person.
it'd be an asshole thing to do, just like a jump scare. But yeah, I don't like. That's why I don't really watch a lot of horror movies anymore.
Yeah, they
I don't
just
like the jump scares because they're just not. That's not scary to me. That just annoys me.
yeah, it's just cheap. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it's relying on cheap tactics, like
If I want to be entertained by a jump scare, I would just tell my fiance to just jump out and scare me anytime you feel like it, whenever you think I don't expect it.
yeah, right.
I could get
Right.
that thrill at home, but she's not going to be able to. I mean, she might be able to. I don't know, but she's not going to be able to sit down and make a movie that'll actually like make me shit my pants.
Right. Right.
She could jump scare me anytime she wants to, but I could get that anywhere. Is what I'm trying to say. It's like, what's the point?
And maybe I'm a dick. And maybe this is a hot
Yeah.
take. I don't think
Oh,
so. I
oh.
mean, I'm
There's a
definitely a
reason.
dick, but like if you're scared by modern horror movies, like The Conjuring or like Paranormal Activity or some of the more recent titles I think of, it's just like they're just not scary, dude. I don't know. Again, that it feels like the scary factors in those movies, 99% jump scares. It's the purposeful, quiet crescendo, and then the fucking loud noise coupled with. And I wonder if the sound wasn't there, would the jump scares work? Because you usually have like some kind of horror sting going along with this fucking monster or whatever that's now in picture that wasn't there just a second ago. I hate that.
Right.
That's so cheap.
So cheap.
Like you see it and you're like, okay, the monster's gonna be there. And I will admit there have been times where I've been prepared for it. It still got me because it's like, damn it,
Yeah.
that one was good.
Yeah.
That one was good. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good tactic, but it worked. Okay. Um. So I don't know. I'm definitely more of a fan of the atmosphere doing the heavy lifting, and then the antagonist comes in and you're just boom. You're like fucking terrified. I don't want to get jump scared and then like everything's calm until the next jump scare. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. I, I mean, there's one of my favorite video games. Until Dawn has some jump scares in it, but I feel like that's a little bit different because you're actually in it. Like you're the
Yeah.
one, your character's reacting to these things, and it's not done like there's setups. There's not like there's a building of suspense first, So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
actually feel it as a player, as opposed to I'm just watching a movie.
Right. Right. Whether your character lives or dies is in your hands.
Yeah. Now I was gonna say, I found it. So you remember my old house I used to live in, like so long ago.
Yeah.
Did you? That house had some paranormal activity. Did you ever feel anything in that house or hear anything?
No, because luckily I was in your warm company and I only ever went in the office.
Okay.
But I'm
I
also, full disclosure, I'm not someone that is attuned to that sort of thing. Like, it's got to be really, really heavy. And
like it
like
has
the
to slap you
atmosphere,
in the face.
yeah, like it has to, like your house. I didn't think your house was creepy. That being said, I was rarely ever there at night, and I was never there overnight. I was
No.
never there during like the witching hour or like, prime time
Uh,
when scary paranormal shit happens.
Things used to happen there pretty much any time of the day. It really mellowed out after I found myself in a better mental place.
Mm-hmm.
Because they fed off of that bad energy, which and it was if it was just me, I'd say then maybe I'm hearing and seeing things, and I need to see an actual therapist. But I actually just talked to somebody recently. I'm not gonna say his name on the pod because he may listen, and I don't want to just out him like that.
You
But
are
I
fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. We love you.
but I recently talked to him and was because sometimes I'll think about things. And this is going somewhere, by the way, with the movie.
Oh, I'm here for it, even if it doesn't.
But yeah, he because if it weren't for people like him and a couple other people who have seen and heard things there, I would say I'm probably crazy. He, when I talked to him about this the other day, I asked him. I said, "Hey, do you remember that night that whatever happened?" And he's like, "Yeah," because it happened to just him. And he said, "Yeah, I do remember it. He went outside when it happened, saw something he couldn't explain. He felt like he was outside for like 10 seconds. In reality, when he came inside to talk to me and the other guys that were hanging out, it had been about 5 to 10 minutes. So for him, it felt very, very quick. He saw this thing he shouldn't have seen and came back inside and talked to us about it. And we never really spoke about it after that, but it turns out that he thinks about this almost every week. At least once a week, this pops into his head, and he has to talk to somebody about it, or he'll talk to somebody, and like he talked to someone else who was there that night, and they remember it vividly, like just creepy. So the reason I say all that is my old house, had a lot of weird activity. I've heard my name, I've heard footsteps, I was scratched at times, all these other things, and not all of it is necessarily paranormal. I'm a very big skeptic on that stuff, but the thing that got me was you brought up The Conjuring. So, the movie The Conjuring, I only saw the first one, and I do remember there being some jump scares and stuff, but it wasn't that actually scared me about that movie. It was actually, I think, the opening dialogue from the demon hunter, or the demonologist, whatever he was called. I think they either show him talking about it, or there's a voiceover, whatever, but he says there's 3 stages of demonic activity: infestation, oppression, and possession. Infestation, that's whispering, that's footsteps, that's the feeling of another presence. So he's starting to describe my house. And I'm like, what? And then he says that grows into the oppression, which is talking about like when it actually physically attacks you and stuff. And those things have been happening at the time that movie came out. And I'm like, what? And then finally it gets down to like, yes. And then the 3rd stage is possession. And I'm like, I hope he's wrong. So that was the only thing that really made me stay up at night thinking about that movie, was because of that. But I had to get into that. That was creepy as hell.
Yeah, it is pretty creepy. Yeah. And I will say, for as much as a skeptic as I am, I've definitely had instances like you mentioned, the like feeling another presence in a room. Now that part, if that's any kind of sixth sense, like if that's any part of that, I've got a little bit of that. Like it reminds me similar to like when you can tell when a TV's on in a room or something. You know what I mean? You don't have to hear it. There's just something like you can feel, or like
almost an energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without getting too spiritual, man.
Right, yeah, dude.
Yeah, and I think the ability to sense another presence in the room with you, or another presence nearby, I feel like that might be a primal thing, like just embedded in our character as us and as beings.
Yeah,
because that's probably a survival instance from way back in the day.
Right.
But
the
to
proverbial
feel it,
eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get back to zombies, because that was a fun segue. But
yeah, you walk.
Hey, it's almost Halloween.
While I'm gonna take a piss on camera, not on camera, but we're gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna walk away and take a piss.
We just like all of our viewers just spiked. Like we have so many viewers right now.
Yeah, you would not be happy. I'm not.
It's more morbid curiosity, I guess, from them. I don't know.
Right? Does it match the mustache? No.
Does the carpet match the drapes? Let's find out.
Let's see. I've got a mustache and dot on my pubes. Mustache above the shaft.
You got like a matching.
Right,
you got the lemmy chops going on.
I wish. I'll be right back.
All right. So we're gonna go over a couple of some modern zombies while we wait for Boo Boo to come by. Zombies appear in multiple forms now, like slow and fast zombies. We got the viral, the ones that are caused by viruses, and the ones that are toxic, caused by like bioweapons or whatever. And we also have the funny zombies, and we have the real zombies. But their symbolism hasn't really changed a whole lot either. It's still fears that we all feel as a society. For example, like the fear of disease, Ebola, when that was a thing, COVID-19 metaphors as well. The reflections of economic inequality and systematic oppression, and of course the psychological horror, the self, being alone with oneself, the isolation, and then the moral decay of the society around you as, it begins to fall. World War Z, for example, had a pandemic narrative. Zombieland had a comedic take on survival and morality. And there's an upcoming zombie movie that I haven't heard anything really much about. I was just looking for more modern zombie movies coming this year. I don't know if it's coming this year. It's upcoming. All Quiet on the Zombie Front. Don't know what that one's about, but might be fun. It's all zombies are fun. So now, Boo Boo's back. Sounds like.
I'm back.
I was hoping so
And
because
back.
I heard, but I wasn't sure.
I have returned. The 3/4 empty bladder.
3/4 empty bladder.
Oh, there's always a little reserves in there. I gotta piss too much. I'm a fucking monster.
I'm too. I just made up a zombie movie at the end of that thing just to sound serious. I had heard somebody post, it was like a meme or something, someone posted of a thing called All Quiet on the Zombie Front as an upcoming movie, and it's not a real movie.
God damn it.
So I was going to leave it there, and then the more I thought about it, I'm like, people are going to search that and think, man, this guy's an idiot.
It'll be like, this guy's either a liar or dumb.
I'm double checking just to make sure that I wasn't fooled. I don't see anything.
Where are we at in our zombie timeline? And while we're on the subject, if you heard there was a zombie breaking in right now, would you grab that bearded axe behind you?
Probably. I have more efficient weapons, but just and the main reason I'd be like, I don't know about that thing so much is because the head is needs to be tightened up a little bit. I'm afraid it would probably come off in even a soft skull, I believe.
Yeah, like 2 chops, and it's like, well, fuck, this
Yeah.
isn't even a weapon anymore.
But I've got a
bark off a tree.
I've got a machete in here and some other things that are going to be going on the walls soon.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, I'd probably go for I would grab the axe just because it's the closest, but
Right. It's
You know.
something to put some distance between you and the zombo.
yeah.
I think, I've chopped a lot of wood with this, and it's pretty fucking dull. I mean, it's still got a little bit. But, like, look, I can run my fucking finger over nothing. That's a pitiful machete.
You could probably still get something done with it though.
Oh, yeah. Enough of the force will make up for the lack of sharpness.
Yeah, enough to get you out anyway.
Until I miss and hit my own fucking knee or some fucking comically dumb shit.
So, I kind of waited for you to come back before we hit our top 5 because we haven't really brought it up. One of the greatest zombie media of all time being, of course, Resident Evil. No, I don't really care for Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but there's no denying that.
It's a very popular franchise and helped bring zombies, to another level of popularity too. So.
It's
More
also
power
a
to
game that pioneered the survival horror genre.
Yeah, it did. It did a lot. It offered a lot of great things. I just never got into. I tried. I never got into the games.
Yeah, I was always too scared when those games were popular. And then I actually owned the remake for 2 and 3 on the Xbox, but I played a little bit, and I'm just not invested. These characters are too like Asian interpretation of like Westerners, and I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. It's just I can't invest
relate.
in those characters. Yeah, I can't like enjoy these characters. Now, like Resident Evil 4, that had some of the worst fucking dialogue ever, but the game was so fun. I loved it so much.
Well,
That's
apparently,
another game that
Go ahead.
that's that same entry, same series. The fourth game also revolutionized over-the-shoulder shooters.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that third-person over-the-shoulder perspective. That was
Yeah, it
you
wasn't
pretty
a
much
thing
trace
before
that
that.
to 2004.
Huh.
Good year.
I was gonna say I know that Resident Evil 5 was vastly popular when it came out because I did play part of that one and just did not like it. But I remember everyone
Yeah, it's
else
not for
loving
everybody.
it, and I was just out of the loop on that one. I'm trying to think of any. I was just never into Resident Evil.
Nah, like I say, especially the older games. Like never really got into them. I was too scared, man. Quite frankly, I was always too scared of those kinds of games. They did their job, man. Little kid me couldn't
Wedding
do it.
himself.
Yeah, probably
Now,
shit himself.
now, my favorite zombie game of that time, like the early 2000s or whenever it was Left 4 Dead.
Oh, dude, Left 4 Dead
Thought it was
fucking awesome.
fantastic. Loved it because there's no storyline really. There is, a story, but it's not requiring you, the player, to do anything other than survive. Get to the end of this maze, basically.
Right, that's pretty much the story. Is just stay
Yeah.
alive to get to this helicopter or whatever
Yeah.
at the end of the
Like,
different.
you can
missions.
piece things together about what happened, and there's Easter eggs all over the place, but they don't force it on you. They just survive. If all you want to do is survive, that's all you have to do. You don't need to learn the story. Story doesn't
Right.
affect the gameplay at all.
There's just so many good zombie games out there.
Dead Island was another great
Dead
one.
Island was really fun. And if it weren't for Dead Island, dude, I don't know if you've ever played Dying Light.
No.
That's a great zombie game, dude. There's a zombie game. It's like Dead Island with parkour.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds fun.
It's fucking badass, dude.
Of course, we got to shout out Project Zomboid.
Yeah, I love that game.
Fantastic game. And lately, we've been playing DayZ, even though I keep almost accidentally killing you guys over and over and over. I will get the hang of the controls eventually.
Yeah, it's a learning curve. I keep in mind that you're not an Xbox guy. So, like,
Well,
I know that
the real issue with that game, and I'm not trashing this game because it is a shit ton of fun, but it is, and any player who's ever played it will tell you with endearment to the game of how much they love this, how much they love it, and how much this factor almost adds a fun element to it. But it's glitchy as fuck.
oh, it is.
And-
And the inventory's a nightmare on controller. Like,
I've gotten the hang of that for the most part.
right.
I do need to learn some things about it, but the thing that gets me with it is, like, every time I've gone to swing or shoot, whenever there's a zombie nearby and you guys are in the area, everybody starts glitching the fuck out. So when I
Too
shoot,
much happening.
there is a zombie in my sight. When the game actually buffers, the zombie is gone and you're standing there in front of me. Just a little bit further back than where the zombie was. So I just need to learn not to... I need to watch my crossfire is what it is. If there's people in the area, I need to be more careful.
Right. If there's a mob, hop on in because we're probably dead anyway. But if it's like one-on-one, you just let the motherfucker take his lumps. If
Yeah.
you can't beat one zombie, I feel sorry for you. Even though I've almost had my shit rocked quite a few times.
I killed a couple by myself without you. Like when I was waiting for you when the server reset happened.
God, I wish we could stream that game.
Oh yeah,
We could. It would just look
we
like
need to look
shit.
into it. It'll look like shit, but it'll be funny to hear us. Because there's so many unintentional comedy in that game with us and our friends that it would be a hit.
It'd be too good.
So maybe we need to figure out how to do that. But let's get it on. We've been on here for a while, Boo Boo. I don't know what time it is. Or what, we're going on about
it's
an
almost
hour,
6.
over an hour. Yeah, and I've got to make din din. So,
His tum-tum is rumbling.
tum tum is give it a rum rum. So, let's go over are you ready to do it?
Oh, yeah. Top 5, baby.
Top
Let's go.
5. Let's start with number 1.
Number 1.
Real zombies in history?
Question mark?
Wade Davis, who we mentioned earlier, was the one who discovered that the Haitian zombies were created using tetrodotoxin from pufferfish, and thus creating real-life zombies, which wasn't even a
I still can't get
word.
over that.
That is wild, isn't
I
it?
still can't get over that. Yeah. Pufferfish and ancient roofies.
Well, the fact that this is how bizarre it was to me, like, it's not that bizarre now because I had to read over stuff about this at least 25 times. Because I could not, I honestly believe the first couple of things I was reading was like, this is either fictional or satire or something, and then someone's pulling one on, there's no way this is real. There's no way.
Can't be.
And
The
everything I
pufferfish-
found was like, no, this is what is believed that was going on. I'm like, it doesn't seem like real life. It really doesn't.
All of this over a cucumber.
Number 2,
Number 2.
The word zombie derives from the West African word nzambi, which means spirit or god. So there's that.
That's right.
It's probably more closer to meaning spirit. Number 3.
Number 3.
The early Hollywood zombie movies were all Caribbean slaves and not brain-eating monsters. Kind of a short fact here. So,
Dark.
Number 4. Yeah, it is pretty dark.
Number 4.
The fast zombie phenomenon, like the zombies that run, didn't come around until 2000s. Do you know what movie started that?
I'm pretty sure. Is it World War Z?
No, World War Z came later.
Oh, was it 28 Days Later?
Yes, it was. It was 28 Days Later in 2002.
That movie freaked me out. Those fucking, I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes, dude. The chimps eating the people. I was like, too scared, Mom.
Oh yeah.
Too scared.
No, I
They
watched
didn't eat
it
'em, but
one time and I don't remember much. But now that you mentioned that, I remember that.
Yeah.
Number 5, our final fact.
5.
Zombie lore has even influenced military training. Some exercises use a zombie apocalypse scenario to teach disaster response.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun, honestly.
What do you think of? Okay, here's an obscure zombie-ish title that I'm wondering if it's a Stephen King book, Cell.
Cell. I've not read that one.
It's pretty interesting and a different spin on. It portrays the zombies aren't like decomposing corpses in that movie, but it's more like they operate like a hive mind. And
yes. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, the whole thing spurns from like there's some kind of
I might have
signal
seen
or
the
like
movie.
sound. Yeah, the movie was okay. The book is definitely books are always better.
I think
but
I saw the movie of that one, and that's why it didn't stick as well with me. Because
it ended very weird. I did not like the ending.
Stephen King, for me, I love Stephen King's books,
Mm-hmm.
but all of the movies just they don't linger in my mind. The story doesn't linger as well. It might be a great movie. Like I loved it. The new ones were really good. Salem's Lot, Pet Cemetery. I love the movies. I never read it, but I read Pet Cemetery and Misery. Not recently.
Okay.
Those are the last 2 I read, and those plots stick with me better through reading than it does watching. Probably because he goes into a lot of detail.
Yeah, I think that's what makes the difference is you can't, this dude has X amount of pages to just paint the most vivid, fucking stick in your mind, fucking scene. I mean, he's up there, dude. He's good at what he does, but the movies always kind of fall flat because there's no imagination when you're watching a movie. Something is telling you, not telling you, but something is showing you, and like you don't have to rely on imagination. The mind can't use that horror part that is in all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing about books when it comes to horror. I enjoy horror novels and stuff better than I do movies because if you got a creative mind, I guess I've been told I'm a creative type, but my brain puts together the picture of what this thing should be. The movie is in my head, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it always ends up being much more terrifying than whatever I've seen. Like if I watch the movie version of the same thing later, I'm like, that's not how I thought it looked, and it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So that's just personal. But we didn't go over yet, and I mean we might as well. We kind of joked about it at the beginning. We might as well finish with some Walking Dead stuff.
Oh yeah, we never did.
We never did talk about the Walking Dead. Carrrrl. So we will. Let's talk a little bit about The Walking Dead. We're not going to go into any details here, but who was your favorite villain in The Walking Dead? And by the way, if you're going to complain about spoilers, the show has been out since what 2000?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Again, we disclosed this at the beginning. The show's been out since like before the 2010s. So
and we're not going to talk about any of the new stuff. The new stuff I haven't seen, so we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about the original Walking Dead series.
OG Walking Dead.
Yeah, we're not talking about the ones that lived or the Darryls or whatever. We're not talking about that. We're talking about
Right.
the actual
Fear the
show.
Walking Dead.
Fear the Walking Dead, Carl.
Yeah, Carl, you got to fear
If
him.
we can all
It'll
fear them
take.
together.
Try it, Carl.
Anyway.
Don't worry, Carl. I'll bite the neck of that guy who's trying to molest you.
Oh, he did too. That was pretty badass.
Dude, that shit was pretty crazy.
That might have been. That was the one time I could think of off the top of my head that I actually absolutely loved Rick Grimes.
Yeah, in that moment, he was textbook hero. I mean, he had
Yeah.
to become an animal. But that being said, he shot himself in the foot when he was gonna let Negan fucking kill Carl. So,
Yeah, he kind of went back on it, and yeah,
please don't kill us. Kill Carl. You could chop his arm off. He's got two of them.
why are you stopping?
I like how Negan's like, you punk little bitch. You were going to let me kill your son. What the goddamn fuck?
I liked
I love that
Negan.
actor.
Negan was probably my favorite villain just because of how evil he was.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like him because he's cool. He was a rapist for one. They don't hide that.
Not funny.
He's not a good person. He's terrible.
No, yeah, he's pretty bad. But he's a
as a
product
villain.
of the. Yeah. He's a villain.
And-
Not to mention his redemption arc, dude.
I haven't seen the redemption arc yet. I've only seen the
I'm just
introduction.
making that part up.
But
I'm making
no, I've heard spoilers. It's been so many years. I don't get mad about spoilers. But yeah, the fact that he was such a horrible piece of shit, and the fact that he was charismatic to a viewer is what made me think this guy is an amazing villain. Just because I want to hate him even more because because he plays it so cool. Like he's the childhood bully.
I think it's really hard to pick a villain from that series because depending on who you side with, like,
Almost
they're all
everyone
just
is a
surviving.
villain.
Right, like you think of the governor, he's just trying to keep his people safe.
They
I
all
want to say
have-
Shane, but Shane's
Shane.
not really a villain, in the sense of like Negan. Shane is also looking out for his flock and like can't help it that fucking little baby Rick got shot, got put in a coma. That's not on him. He manned up and took care of his wife and even went so far as to plant his seed into that wife.
That's one of the things like about that show is that everyone in there has some sort of bad trait about them. It makes it a lot more realistic when you play something like Project Zomboid and you have to pick good traits and bad traits. Because if we had our way, we wouldn't have any bad traits. And
Okay. My favorite villain, I guess, would have to be. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, dude. I fucking. Oh, Dwayne. Dwayne started as a villain.
Oh, yeah,
like any
Dwayne.
of Negan's followers, pretty much, are like Steve Ogg, the dude who plays Trevor in GTA.
Yeah. Oh, I know who he is.
He's probably a good villain. I think he's probably my favorite villain because he is a villain. He is just a bad dude.
Yeah.
Dwayne, poor Dwayne, his fucking wife is Negan's wife now. So like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He has strong just following orders vibes.
I do what I'm told, Carl.
Carl. I don't know. I guess the only one that they ever really portray as pure of heart is probably Daryl, just because they knew everyone loves Daryl and they can't really make him a bad person.
Right.
But he's not flawless either, I mean, have you seen the man eat?
Oh my god. I love that shit where he sucks his fingers and then goes to shake the hand.
Yes, that was fun. Oh, it's a great show. I brought dinner. Great show. I loved it.
Everybody wants a Daryl Dixon until he gets in the same room as you and he fucking stinks.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of swamp ass in a zombie apocalypse. Like, there's no way the world's getting repopulated if I'm involved.
Leather.
There's just no way. I can't.
Leathery, chapped, fucking inner thighs.
Oh. Oh, and fucking Rick riding around that horse. There were some sores.
Yeah, that fucking, that horse, that part of its back is always going to be smelling like unwashed ass.
Plus, yeah, yeah. Plus, it's Georgia. Georgia can get very hot, very, very
Right.
humid. I lived in Georgia for a little bit.
Humid.
When all the electricity goes out in all those stores, the first thing that's going to start melting is deodorant, besides the ice cream. But I know from experience, in the severe heat like that, all the deodorant's getting destroyed. So
Damn.
most people are going to be sweating their asses off and smelling like straight BO.
Some call it
Yeah,
pheromones. I call it offensive.
I call it fairly offensive. But yeah, it's a thing. It's I don't know. Every time I think about a zombie apocalypse, I think about the hygiene issue. Because not only,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, and I'm sure people are probably thinking this if they're not already angrily commenting and down below trying to tell me to fuck off, basically. Um, the other issue is that yes, we would stink, but think about the hordes of undead,
Yeah.
decaying body. You'd smell that before they got anywhere near you.
Oh, yeah, and you'd probably smell like a springtime rose compared
Compared to
to.
that, yeah. So maybe that's what it
Yeah.
is.
You'd be like, I like
But
the smell of pheromones and unwashed butt cheeks. I'll take that over decaying flesh and guts that they fucking eat. Because they're also eating corpses and shit. So, like, while that's breaking down inside the breaking down body, like, I just imagine, I don't know. You got to have a strong stomach to survive.
do zombies poop?
Has that ever been portrayed in a movie?
No, not that I'm aware of. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, first of all, they're dead. So wouldn't that? I mean, the only way you can kill one is through the head. So that tells me the
Yeah.
heart's probably not working. So do
Right,
the
but
rest
then
of the
you'd be
organs
like,
not working?
I question now the anatomy of a zombie because it's like you would almost have to have the main organs working. Like,
Right, right.
you need
Because
need the heart to get the blood to the brain, so you have that drive to eat. I don't know
yeah,
about air though. Like I think even in a Romero film, the zombies walked underwater. They were fine. They didn't have to breathe.
yeah, that's true. I don't think your brain needs oxygen though.
Oh yeah, well,
But
our
does
brain
but
does.
does but does the
We do.
parasite, like if it's a parasitic infection, would the
Yeah.
parasite need, because a virus wouldn't, one way or another, I don't think. I don't know. It adds a lot. My biggest question though, for the pooping question, the shitting,
Right.
if the organs work for one, and most zombie, I mean, I've seen zombies that are completely, eviscerated too. Like the only thing left is the head.
Right. Right.
So I don't know. It
Oh,
depends.
I guess
Well,
that kind of kills the heart theory then, huh? Like you don't necessarily got
yeah,
to have blood to the brain.
yeah, yeah. You don't need blood. The blood is what provides the oxygen. So,
Yeah.
but the
Well,
other question is, so zombies can move their limbs. Does their digestive system still work? Basically, the muscular movement, because they're using their muscles to move their limbs, and organs are a series of, in some sense, or at least intestines have a muscular thing to it. That's what moves the food.
Yeah. Right. The contracting and expanding, the blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
yeah.
The shit that makes. Yeah. Yeah.
Would
I
that
got you.
still be happening?
Interesting question. I don't know because I've never seen a zombie poop in a movie.
So then I guess the most like let's say if the only thing that works is the brain, the mouth, the limbs, nothing else is functioning, organs or anything whatsoever, would they just fill up until they exploded?
I wonder if that's why like some video games or I don't know about movies, but some video games have like the bloater type zombies that do explode and stuff like that. And I wonder if that's where that comes from. It's got that's
Oh
pretty
yeah, yeah,
interesting food for thought, man.
yeah.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I don't know. I mean, it's a silly question. Does a zombie poop? But if you start thinking about it, now you're really breaking down the biology of a zombie. And like
Right.
you said, the anatomy. How does it work?
Yeah.
Huh?
Anatomy of a zombie. I wonder if there's anything that Goog can provide. The anatomy of a zombie. Nothing. Could zombie?
I mean, I let's see.
Oh, okay, here's a helpful little chart. Oh, get out of here! Every fucking thing wants you to sign up for it. Brain because he's pretty smart. Oh, where's that cool little checklist?
Well, while you look for that, I could tell you what ChatGTP says.
All right, let's hear it.
So ChatGTP says first of all, it kind of goes over what we were saying, like does the organs even function, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it assumes, let's say they did digest, it does process, right? It would require at least partial organ function and blood circulation, meaning they're not undead. They would biologically be alive and diseased. And they would also produce extremely foul excrement because it would be undigested, decomposing tissue.
Ooh.
But since decay would rapidly destroy muscle control, that wouldn't even last long. So eventually they would just start, exploding, or it would just be leaking out everywhere.
Ooh.
The leaking
Gross.
out sounds really fucking awesome, though. That'd make a great zombie trope.
Yeah,
anyway, what do you got?
This fucking shit, dude. It's like a chart of like what could zombies or humans survive without there, and then there's a list of different parts.
Butthole.
According to this thing, I'll just go down the list here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stop when I get to kidneys because it cracked me up. So could zombies or humans survive without their forebrain or the cerebrum? A zombie
Important
could.
part.
A zombie could, but a human could not because it's used for sensation, memory, reasoning, and conscious thought.
But not for like function and motor skills and things. It's your memories and everything you are as a person.
Right. So the next one is brainstem. Neither could survive without that because brainstem is vital control of central nervous system and for muscles like the heart and lungs. So a zombie needs a brainstem apparently. Heart and lungs, neither survive. It breathes in oxygen and pumps that delicious fuel throughout the body. This is the fucking words of this chart, and it gets funnier. So they need heart and lung.
Heart and lungs.
Blood, neither can survive because it carries oxygen from the heart and lungs to the brain and other less important places.
So,
why they include that.
Okay. So I'm guessing this chart's going by if we were saying biological, like if they were real, this is what they'd need to even be functioning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're down at liver. Apparently people could survive without it, but a zombie couldn't. Because they're eating flesh. So
they'd be eating shit that needs to be filtered, yeah. And we as humans could, with diet, we can control that, I guess?
Right. Or we got like the intubation type of shit, you just bypass that pesky little liver.
Yeah, we could function somehow without it, whereas a zombie...
And same thing with kidneys. Now, kidneys made me laugh. Kidneys, same thing. Zombie would need kidneys to remove toxins, blah, blah. Humans would be fine. Because kidneys remove toxins like ammonia and potassium in the form of pee-pee.
It says pee-pee?
I swear to God, dude.
Did you write this chart, Boo Boo?
Dude, I promise. I just Googled anatomy of a zombie, and I pulled up like the first fucking picture I saw.
I've heard you use the phrase pee-pee, so I'm just not sure.
I know, that's why it made me pop. They're like, hey, I'd say pee-pee.
I, too, am a child.
So guts. Both would be
important.
fine. Both would be fine somehow.
Without guts?
Yeah, apparently. They need all that.
Disagree, but okay.
Yeah, right. Why do you need kidneys and liver if you don't need guts? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, muscle. Useful for locomotion and waving hello. People be fine, zombies no. Which I guess makes sense. A zombie can't do much if he can't move.
No, he couldn't even roll. So.
Right. And then skin. Protection from infections and pathogens. Good at feeling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People no.
No.
Zombies, yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't need it.
So that's a fun little chart. That PP part made me laugh really hard
That is
in my
great.
head.
Well, with that, Boo Boo, we've been here for about an hour and a half.
That's right. We wasted a lot of people's time today,
Valuable
but
time,
hopefully-
yeah. Our own, too.
Hopefully this was interesting to you because I was pretty fascinated by it. It was pretty fun
Yeah, I think we both started off kind of because we were just drained.
because we were
But-
zombies.
Yeah, but it got interesting and definitely
Yes, it
fun.
did.
So with that, guys, remember to follow us on TikTok now because we got a nice TikTok page. Help us go viral. Yeah.
Follow, subscribe wherever you're at.
Yeah, and also check us out live every Tuesday, almost every Tuesday, on Facebook and YouTube. You can just go to our respective pages on those two respective sites, and you can
right.
join the chat. Join the chat. Talk along with us. It's
Talk
free.
shit.
It's free. Yeah, you can tell us how wrong we were to assume that Rick Grimes shits himself every night. You know,
What the
things
fuck
like
you
that.
know, Carl?
Carl, I got some skid marks. Anyway, guys, have a nice day, and remember next week. Next week when we drop our episode, it will be Halloween. So, what kind of special fun will we have for Halloween?
You are my pride.
Oh, only King Diamond can pull that off. All right, guys, have a great weekend.
Love you.